Hi there, my name is Jenny Steinberg and I'm the owner of Through the Woods Therapy Center. Today I'd like to talk to you about identity journeys. In this amazing book, Rising Strong, Brené Brown outlines 3 stages that we go through when we're going through something challenging. In stage 1, which she calls the reckoning, we realize that something is wrong and needs to change. For example, maybe someone's a lawyer and she realizes that she hates her job. For her, the reckoning might look like any number of things. It might look like the realization that it's become hard to get out of bed in the morning. It might look like a friend saying, hey, you really aren't yourself anymore. Or it may look like snapping at her kids when they've done something innocuous and realizing that her big overreaction is because of her unhappiness in this other area of her life. Whatever it is, it's a wake-up call. Something has to change. Stage 2 of Rising Strong is called the reckoning. It's when you try every available comfortable solution until you have no choice but to try the emotional equivalent of jumping off a cliff hoping there's a net below. So for the attorney in our example, she might try working at a different law firm. She might try getting an in-house job. She might try setting better boundaries around her hours. She might try taking a vacation. And ultimately, after trying all of those things, if she's still miserable, she might need to confront the very uncomfortable fact that in spite of all of the years she invested, she doesn't really like being an attorney. She went to law school because it felt safe or because her family thought she was supposed to, but she's always had a passion for children, and she's always really wanted to be a teacher. And so that brings us to stage 3, which is the revolution. In the revolution, you find your new normal. You step into it and you say, this is where I belong. Unsurprisingly, most of the clients who call us in the middle of stage 2. They call us when they've exhausted the comfortable options, and we're one of those comfortable options. Let me see if I can piece through this in therapy and find a solution that doesn't require me to make a dramatic change in my life. And I love this quote. It says, the middle is messy, but it's also where the magic happens. I came this close to calling our therapy practice Magic in the Mess Counseling Center because I loved this quote so much. Because the messy middle is magic, and sometimes a piece of that magic happens in therapy. These moments, these processes of the reckoning, the rumble, and the revolution, these are the points in our lives that force us to pause and say, who am I? Where am I going? Who do I want to be? What is this all for? And when you step back and you look at the points in your lives where you've asked those questions and the points in the future where you will ask those questions, those define your identity. The answers to the huge existential questions of who am I and where am I going can be found in those moments. We love working with people who are in the middle of figuring it out, who are in the middle of one of those moments, because it allows us to be part of our clients' identity journeys. And if you're in a moment on your identity journey when you're not sure which fork to take in the road, we would love to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.